Austin McBroom is making headlines again, and not for the reasons he probably hoped. In a recent moment that was meant to come off as heartfelt, he credited his entire career and success to his oldest daughter, Elle. But instead of applause, the internet erupted with criticism, calling the confession exploitative and unsettling. The reaction was swift and brutal, not because people doubted Elle's impact on the Ace family's rise to fame, but because of what it implied.
We had a meeting with Mattel for Elle, and they wanted to create Elle her own toy line. And I think the craziest thing that was the analytics of Elle, not even about our family, directly for Elle. And one of the craziest analytics that they shared with us is the reason why I tell you guys she's a real superstar. Ages from newborn to I think it was 12 years old, that Elle was the #1 search on Google.
Austin essentially admitted that the foundation of his fame was built on the back of a child, his child, long before she was old enough to understand what was happening. Elle was featured in countless videos, often front and center, from a very young age. Her personality, her milestones, even her most private moments were content.
The #1 search kid on the internet was Elle McBroom, and this was a few years ago. And that's when I tell you guys, when I tell you she's a real superstar, and she is probably the main reason why I'm at where I'm at today. She deserves everything and more. Long story short, with that meeting, it didn't go, it started off amazing and we were in shock and surprised. But long story short, they wanted to basically like own our kids, and it was not the best ideal situation, and the deal was actually not good.
And now, by openly saying that he owes it all to her, Austin confirmed what many had long suspected, that he turned his daughter into a brand before she had the ability to consent. Commenters didn't hold back. Some called it disturbing. Others said it reeked of someone who still doesn't understand boundaries between parenting and performance. One viral response said, "He thinks he's being sweet, but all I hear is, I monetized my kid's childhood and I'm proud of it." Many questioned whether Elle was ever protected from the downsides of internet fame, things like invasive comments, and the pressure of being a public figure at such a young age. And if that wasn't enough drama, Austin's current girlfriend Alexa is also at the center of online chaos.
Guys, she's gonna grab sweatpants on real quick so she don't be shaking her little shit.
She's been catching heat lately, with some people calling her out for giving sugar baby energy. The criticism began after she revealed that she quit her job and moved to Los Angeles because Austin promised to take care of her.
So, long story short, older, I said, listen, I need you to call your boss, and if you don't want to call him or you don't want to talk to him, you can give me his number, I'll call him, and I want him to know that it's over. You're quitting your job, and you are coming to LA, and you have nothing to worry about ever again.
According to Alexa, she had gone to college, started working in her field, but ultimately decided the job wasn't for her.
Do I miss New York? Yeah, sometimes. There's so many good things about New York, and there's good things about LA, and I just try to find the best parts in both. I mean, New York, I feel like, is just so cultured in a different way. Like, New York is super unique. Everyone in New York is like so truly themselves. I feel like here, everyone is like fitting into little cliques and groups of like, you like this and you're with that group, and you like that and you're with another group, and you kind of like fall into a category here, where in like New York, it's just not like that. But then there's also good things about here, like the weather here, the scenery here is so beautiful. I love it. I love that I feel like I can get up and go do Pilates and you can go to the beach, you can go shopping, you can go hang out with your friends, you could take a walk, you could do whatever you want, and it's super, super nice.
That's when Austin swooped in, told her he'd provide for her, and encouraged her to chase a new life with him. Since then, Alexa's been appearing more frequently on social media alongside Austin, and her personal TikTok account has exploded. Before their relationship, her content was sporadic and low-key. Now, her videos consistently rack up hundreds of thousands, even millions, of views. But popularity brought baggage. Her comment section is often filled with unsolicited advice, judgment, and warnings from strangers who think they know how her story ends.
Between us, Just saying. I say within the next year,
Yeah.
I can see it coming.
Some fans have expressed concern, suggesting Alexa might be in over her head. One comment read, "He convinced her to quit everything, now he has all the control." Others flat out called the situation manipulative, accusing Austin of isolating Alexa financially so she'd feel trapped in the relationship. There's a growing sentiment that Alexa might end up being the next Catherine, the last woman Austin publicly promised the world to, only for their relationship to crash and burn under a wave of allegations, drama, and rumors of infidelity. Alexa, for her part, has been candid about the toll it's taken. She admitted in a video that she recently had a tiny breakdown after reading so many negative comments about herself.
Days ago, I had a little small, tiny little breakdown. Very little breakdown. It wasn't even a break. I didn't cry or anything. It's just like a little bit of like frustration because I was like, this is a lot. Like, this is tough. It's hard. And I think
What's hard?
this whole situation of like a lot of opinions about you. And I think I did the wrong thing and I just started reading a lot. I got into like one thing and then I fell down the rabbit hole. It was like, you're a disgusting, ugly bitch. And I was like, oh my God. I felt like I was drowning. I was like, what's happening? And then I turned to Austin. We were like laying together and I was like, I just don't feel good right now. I think I'm gonna cry. I don't know. And he just like always is good at calming me down. He just held me and was like, you're good. You're good. I think it's okay. You're good. I always got your back. And then all I need and then I'm good. So yeah, I felt lucky to be with you then.
She explained that, unlike Austin, who gradually got used to being in the public eye, she was thrust into the spotlight overnight. Suddenly, millions of people had opinions about her looks, her personality, her relationship, her motives. She's trying to keep her head above water, but even she admits it hasn't been easy. Then there's the engagement talk. Austin casually mentioned that he plans to propose to Alexa sometime in the next year, but instead of a sweet, emotional reaction, Alexa's response was underwhelming. She simply said, "Yeah, I can see that," with a flat tone that left viewers confused. Was she uninterested? Surprised? Or just uncomfortable with the idea of committing so publicly? Fans immediately began speculating that she might not be as invested in the relationship as Austin is, or that she's beginning to see through the fantasy. To add to the drama, Austin and Alexa are now house hunting, with a jaw-dropping $6 million budget.
I'm going to spend $6 million out of my own money. I better have what I want to have. I don't want to get into something being like, this is good. I didn't need to be great.
I get that.
Okay, cool.
But you also need to like make some sacrifices.
Not for $6 million.
That's right. Austin, who once filmed YouTube videos in a modest home with his ex-wife and kids, is now looking to buy a multi-million-dollar property with his new girlfriend. Alexa revealed that Austin currently lives in a bachelor pad, but they're looking for something more permanent together. Interestingly, Alexa has appeared to be the more grounded one throughout the search. While Austin dreams big and seems focused on luxury, she's the one nudging him toward practicality.
Okay, and the pool is like weirdly in the middle of the yard. That's like tiny. You know what I'm saying? Everything is kind of like.
I get that, but like if you really think about it, are you in the guest house? No. Do you play professional basketball in your backyard?
Yes.
No. Like you don't. It's not like necessarily needed. It's just something you're comparing to your old house. It's like you gotta let go of something from there to get something different.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Interesting.
She's hinted at keeping things realistic, suggesting that not everything needs to be over the top. This subtle power dynamic, Austin as the big spender, Alexa as the voice of reason, hasn't gone unnoticed by fans either. Still, despite all the chaos, the most uncomfortable moment remains Austin's statement about Elle, because while Alexa is navigating hate comments, sugar baby rumors, and a relationship built on public scrutiny, Elle never got a choice in any of this. She's a child. And for Austin to say, out loud, that he owes everything to her, only reinforces what critics have long said, that the Ace family was never just about wholesome content. It was about turning private family moments into a business. Now, with a new girlfriend, a new house, and another attempt at crafting a perfect image, people are watching closely. The curated smiles, the big budget dreams, the vague promises of commitment, they've seen this all before. And if Alexa doesn't play it smart, she might end up repeating history. Because at the end of the day, as polished as Austin tries to make things look, the internet hasn't forgotten who he is. And this time, they're not so easily convinced. And there you have it, from Austin McBroom's eyebrow-raising confession about Elle building his career, to Alexa's whirlwind transition into the spotlight, sugar baby accusations, emotional breakdowns, and that wild $6 million house hunt.
Everyone does that with their cars here, bro.
You would do that with your car here too.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
They're doing it with their Hondas.
Let them do.
It's clear the drama just never stops with this duo. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Austin genuinely sees Alexa as his future, or is this just another chapter in his long history of love bombing and leveling up? And is Alexa really in control here, or being controlled? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't hold back. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the tea. Because with Austin and Alexa, you already know, the chaos is always one post away. Stay tuned, stay shady, and I'll catch you in the next one.